everyone, it's Lana from Lana Under Pressure, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a few tips and tricks that I've come up with cooking with the Instant Vortex Plus to make it a little bit easier, and also a few solutions to some problems that I've had and others have shared with me, and hopefully it'll make your cooking a lot easier and a lot more fun. So the first tip I actually came up with working on my blog for the Instapot. Now, it's a common problem if you use the Instapot is finding accessories that'll fit inside your Instant Pot. And I would always go out to the store, Home Goods or the kitchen appliance store, and I'd wonder if a certain pan or a pot would actually fit inside. And I can't tell you how many times I thought something would fit, brought it home, and it didn't, and then had to return it. So I came up with this idea, and it's actually an idea I use for my son's clothes, and that's making a template of the Instant Pot. So what I did was I took my liner, and if you're familiar with the Instant Pot, this is the liner for it. I took the pot and I set it on just a regular piece of paper, and I used a pencil to draw underneath a circle to make a template, and then I cut that out just like this, and this is the exact size of the bottom of the liner. And so now when I go to stores, I take this with me. I just have it folded up and I put it inside my wallet or my purse. And and then when I go to stores and I see a pan, like I saw this one at Home Goods, and I was wondering, oh, would it fit or not? Well, I can just place it right on top of the template, and if I have a little bit of room, I know it'll fit perfectly. So you can do the same exact thing with the tray for the Instant Vortex Plus. What I did was, same thing. Now you have to make sure that you're doing a template for the inside and not for the outside, right? So I just went ahead and did that, put it on a piece of paper, did the same thing, traced around and cut it out, made sure that it fit right inside, just like that. See, you can see how it fits right inside. And now I fold this up and I have it in my wallet. And so now anytime I'm out and I'm wondering if a tray or a dish will fit inside the vortex, I know that if it fits on this paper, it'll fit right on the inside of the tray. Another good tip is when cooking with a pan or a dish in the vortex, in order to get better airflow circulating around it, whether you're in the air fry mode or the roast mode, instead of putting it directly on the drip tray, I like to take one of the perforated trays that come with it, and I find if you place that upside down on the bottom instead of the drip tray, you can then place your pan on top of that, and that raises it just enough so that you have good airflow going around, but not so close to the heating element so that it burns whatever you're cooking. My next tip is about one of my favorite functions on the Vortex Plus, and that's the rotisserie function. I've done chickens, I've done roast, I've done a pork, and they all come out really great. And I've used the spit and the forks that come with it. I've also, and a really good tip in doing chickens, or really anything, you can use the basket, and that way you don't have to truss or tie up the chicken. You just put it in legs first, and you rotisserie it just like you would using the spit, and it works great. However, you can only do roast using the rotisserie spit or the rotisserie function 4 pounds and under. So what do you do if you have a chicken like this one that's way over 4 pounds and you still want to get that same rotisserie flavor? Well, you can air fry it or roast it in the vortex with just a few simple tricks to help out. So what I do is, for this chicken, I use the drip tray on the bottom, just like you normally would, and you can line it with foil for easy cleaning if you want. And then you get a baking rack like this. Now I got this one at a kitchen wholesale, but you can get it on Amazon. And it's 9 by 3/4 by 7 3/4. And that actually fits right perfectly on top of the drip tray. And then you can place your chicken or your roast right on top of that, and it will allow the airflow to go all the way around, and it'll give you a crispy sin, juicy, perfect. And I'll put the recipe for this chicken that I did. This is almost a 5-pound chicken. I'll put the recipe for this on my blog, but that's a way that you can go ahead and bake like you normally would and still get that same great flavor. Now here's a few tips that I actually got from the manual, the full manual, which is online, and I'll make sure to post a link to that down below in the descriptions. But some useful tips that I found on there is first, you can actually turn off the beeping sound that the Vortex has by holding the both minus for the temperature and the minus for the time at the same time for 3 seconds. And when you hear that beep, now whenever you press any of the modes or any time it's done, you won't hear the beeping sound. In order to turn the sound back on, you just do the same exact thing. Put your fingers over the minus buttons, hold it for 3 seconds, and now the beeping turns back on. Another good tip that's in the manual that you might have overlooked is in order to change the time and temperature, you just would press on the plus or minus button. And that would either make it go up 1 degree or 1 second, or down 1 degree or 1 second. However, you can make it go faster by holding down the plus or minus on either the time or temperature. And when you hold it down, it'll actually go by 5 seconds up or down, or 5 degrees up or down. And so that's really helpful, especially if you want to go from 180 degrees to 350 without having to press it a bunch of times. Another tip, and you've probably noticed when cooking, is whenever you use a mode, the way the Vortex works is if you use say the air fry mode at 350 for 10 minutes, the next time you use air fry, it's going to actually go back to that same exact temperature and time that you cooked, 350 for 10 minutes, or whatever you used last. You can actually make it go back to the default factory mode by holding down on either air fry, roast, broil, or any of those modes. If you hold it down for 3 seconds, it'll beep and go back to the default setting, or the factory setting. Now, to make all of them go back to the factory setting, you would just hold down the plus on the time and temperature for 3 seconds, and that will make it go back, all of the modes go back to the factory setting, or the default time and temperature. I hope you found these tips and tricks useful, and if you did, if you could just take a second and hit the subscribe button down below to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also check me out at www.lanaunderpressure.com, my blog, for not only Vortex recipes, but also Instant Pot recipes. Thank you! Bye!